Hi, PerspectaWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Wednesday, July 17th. Two big weather stories here in the Mid-Atlantic region and throughout much of the northeastern part of the nation. First of all, strong to severe thunderstorms a threat later today, tonight, into the day on Thursday as the remains of Barry move through the eastern part of the nation. Any shower or thunderstorm later today and especially tonight can produce some torrential rainfall in the Mid-Atlantic region. Flash flood watches have been reposted. This is a pattern we've had quite often over the past several weeks and months. We had some heavy thunderstorm activity last night in the Mid-Atlantic region. There'll be more widespread later today and tonight as Barry's remains push through the Mid-Atlantic region. Excessive heat and humidity is the other big story. We have a major heat wave coming for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And today itself will have excessive heat and humidity up and down the I-95 corridor. We'll shave off a few degrees on Thursday because of a lot of clouds likely on Thursday in the D.C., Philadelphia, New York City corridor, but then move right back into the excessive heat and humidity on Friday. During that stretch of weather, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, certainly looks like we'll make a run at 100 degrees in the I-95 corridor region from D.C. to Philadelphia to New York City. The good news longer term, a strong cool front looks like it'll push through the area later Monday. Probably some showers and thunderstorms later Monday, perhaps some scattered showers and thunderstorms late Sunday as well, and then turns cooler by next Tuesday. Highs back in the 80s in the Mid-Atlantic region. And it looks like there are signs for relatively decent, maybe even cooler than normal conditions throughout the remainder of the month of July. Very well could turn out that this stretch of heat and humidity Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will be the worst that we experience all summer long. Let's start off by looking at the ensemble run of the GFS model from 6E last night. What we're looking at are 850 millibar temperature anomalies averaged out over a 5-day period. This is the current 5-day period, way above normal throughout the Midwest, all the way down into the south of the Central Plains, and that extends into the Mid-Atlantic region and the Northeast U.S. Again, excessive heat and humidity today in the I-95 corridor. We back off a little bit tomorrow because of cloud cover, but then go right back into excessive heat and humidity Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we could take a run at 100 degrees for afternoon highs in D.C., Philadelphia, New York City Friday, and especially during the day on Saturday. But let's move forward here. Again, we're moving along in 5-day increments here, and notice the better trend in terms of temperatures, especially by the time we get to next week. Here we go now, days 3 to 7, and then we go days 5 to 9, and here we are, days 6 to 10, basically running from July 22nd to July 27th. Next week, look at that, cooler than normal shows up throughout the middle part of the country, back to near normal here in the east, averaged out over the 5-day period, and we just keep moving forward here. This is days 8 to 12 out into the future, and here we go now, days 10 to 14 and 11 to 15, all the way to the end of the month here. This actually runs from July 27th to August 1st. Basically, the eastern half of the nation, either cooler than normal or near normal. So that's the good news. It looks like we'll have a pretty pleasant remainder of the month of July in the eastern U.S., certainly in the central U.S., beginning here in the Mid-Atlantic region around next Tuesday. But we will suffer through a lot of heat and humidity before we get to that point. Well, here's the current surface map. A couple things I want to point out. First of all, there is a reflection of a surface low pressure area associated with the remains of Barry. You may recall, Barry came across as a weak hurricane across central Louisiana, Category 1 status, and didn't last long as a hurricane. It was mainly tropical storm status. Nonetheless, produced a ton of rain down across the central Gulf region. Then it's kind of moved in this fashion right here, and associated right in this region right now, and these remains will just basically press to the east over the next 12 to 24 hours or so and give enough of a boost to the atmosphere to make numerous showers and thunderstorms. The atmosphere already is excessively warm, excessively humid. This just gives it a little bit of a boost, very likely resulting in torrential rainfall late today, especially tonight, and perhaps even into the day on Thursday. Notice also a warm frontal system all the way up here across northern New England. We are already in a flood of tropical heat and humidity along the Atlantic seaboard. Today will be again an excessively hot and humid day, perhaps not quite as bad as what we'll experience on Friday and Saturday. Nonetheless, well up in the 90s in many parts of the I-95 corridor region, with very high dew points, very high tropical atmosphere out there today, and all that will help to contribute to strong to severe thunderstorms late today, especially tonight, going into the day on Thursday. Again, torrential rainfall possible, flash flooding possible. Watch out for high water on roadways overnight tonight. Well, here's a current radar image from the University of Wisconsin website. The area right here of interest is across the Ohio Valley. This is where there are scattered showers and thunderstorms right now associated with the remains of Barry. All of that will press to the east today, and again, we are already in a very tropical-like atmosphere right now. It'll be unstable this afternoon for sure. This will just give a boost to the atmosphere in terms of instability, likely leading to numerous late day and especially nighttime showers and thunderstorms in D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, and some of that rainfall that comes will be torrential, causing some flash flooding. Quite an impressive conglomerate of showers and thunderstorms over the northern plains, headed right into the western Great Lakes region. Well, let's walk through last night's 6Z GFS model run in terms of the surface forecast maps. Mainly rain-free conditions right now in the Mid-Atlantic region, but that'll change later on this afternoon. Again, we'll have very hot and humid conditions today. Perhaps 95, 97 degrees for highs in D.C., 93 perhaps in Philadelphia, New York City this afternoon. Very humid, unstable air mass. Doesn't take much to set off the development of showers and thunderstorms, and with that high precipitable water, the excessive humidity, 1, 2, 3, 4 inches of rain possible later today and especially tonight in the I-95 corridor region. And of course, grounds are already very well saturated. Let's move ahead, and here we go into the nighttime hours now. This is early tonight. Notice GFS puts out a batch of yellow here. That is heavier rainfall over that time period, and even a heavier band right along the I-95 corridor region. This is basically between, let's say, 6 p.m. and midnight. That is probably the most likely time frame, 6 p.m. to midnight, for these strong thunderstorms and torrential rainfall in D.C., Philadelphia, New York City. And then we'll move through the day, into the day on Thursday. Still the chance of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow. Certainly not as widespread as what I expect later today and tonight. Nonetheless, there can be some heavy rainfall tomorrow, but again, there'll be more of a scattered shower and thunderstorm pattern during the day on Thursday, and with mostly cloudy skies tomorrow. That'll shave off a few degrees from the temperatures, so that the 90s today could be closer to 90 degrees for highs on Thursday afternoon. Then that moisture field finally pulls off the eastern seaboard by Friday, and that will just pave the way for some brutal heat and humidity. Excessively hot and humid Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We will make a run at 100 degrees for highs in D.C., Philadelphia, New York City Friday, especially Saturday, maybe even Sunday as well. Now, late Sunday, let's move into the latter part of the weekend here, Saturday. And then here we go into the day on Sunday. There will be a weak frontal system up across the eastern Great Lakes during the day on Sunday that very possibly can cause some showers and thunderstorms in the I-95 corridor region late afternoon or nighttime on Sunday. It's a weak front, and then we move into the day on Monday, and there'll be a stronger front showing up right in this region right here as of Monday morning. That'll be a stronger front. Look at that beautiful high across the southern part of Canada as we begin the new week. That is a beautiful signal for a change in the pattern, even here in the Mid-Atlantic region. You'll see that high pressing to the south and east. Again, there can be showers and thunderstorms late Monday night associated with that stronger cold front. And here we go. By the time we get into Tuesday, we'll definitely be back down into the 80s for highs. And it looks like we saw ahead of those 5-day increments of 850 millibar temperature anomalies. Looks like we'll stay at or even perhaps below normal temperature-wise through the remainder of July. Could turn out that this very excessive heat and humidity coming for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday could turn out to be the worst heat that we experience all summer long. That's it for now. For PerspectaWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.